Okay, boys and girls, I am here to review WWE Battleground 2015, the very first, newest pay-per-view I will be reviewing out of a lot of them. So yes, this pay-per-view was actually an okay pay-per-view. It wasn't the best, but it was okay. And it got my attention. So, we have 7 matches on this pay-per-view. I know what you're saying. They had 6. I count the pre-show as part of the fucking pay-per-view. Because if you're on a pay-per-view called Battleground or anything else they got coming out with WWE, you're part of the fucking pay-per-view. Okay? I don't care if the pay-per-view is a whole another hour away. You're still a part of that, so I'm going to consider it part of it. So in the kickoff match, we had R-Truth versus King Barrett, and the crown was on the line. I didn't find that out until after King said it in the match. So yeah, these two had a alright match. It wasn't nothing too spectacular. It was just something to pass the time. Could have done a lot better with it, but it was only a time waster, so I get that. So yeah, King Barrett wins, of course, and retains his crown. It was actually supposed to be 8 matches tonight, but Ryback got hurt. So that caused him not to defend the Intercontinental Championship against The Miz. And of course, The Miz comes out, talks a bunch of trash. This is later on in the night, but if you've seen the pay-per-view, you know this already. And as he's talking all that trash, Big Show comes out and gives him a KO punch. So I don't know if this is going to turn Big Show face again or what. They keep going this loop around with Big Show, so we'll find out. Hopefully just keep him as a heel, because as a face, he's kind of a joke. I don't want to see Big Show as a face anymore at WWE. Stop. Okay? Stop. The very first match of the night was Sheamus versus Randy Orton. Now this was a good match. Okay? Because not only is it a great match, Randy Orton can just hit an RKO out of fucking nowhere real quick. And that's what he's best at. So far, that's been his main snippet of 2015 so far, is hitting RKOs left and right, no matter where he can get them. So I can understand that one. That's cool. And of course he does it here, and it's awesome because Randy Orton's cool. I like him. I don't know. I don't know if I like him more as a heel or a face. I'm kind of torn because when he actually acts like a heel, he's kind of stiff. But when he's a face and he has that interaction with the crowd, he's not as stiff as he is. So I may kind of slide towards the face type Randy Orton, but he wrestles better as a heel, though. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt of both. But yeah, Orton gets the win for that one. No big surprise there. Then the next match we have New Day versus PTP, or Primetime Players. This was alright. Not too bad. It was another time waster for me. I don't really care about either team. And Xavier Woods. I'm sorry, this ain't TNA anymore. Whoops, my fault. But yes, I know him better as Consequences Creed when he had his fro out there and everything. I liked him better as that in TNA. Xavier Woods. One thing, I hate the name Xavier. I don't like that. So yeah. But I guess he's doing okay here. He's not fucking champion like he should be, but you know, whatever. And PTP gets the win there. Again, I don't really care about that match either, so yeah. Next match was Bray Wyatt versus Roman Reigns. Bray Wyatt, you know what? This past year and a half, Bray Wyatt's been coming against everybody. He's been trying to face every fucking body on the damn card, and I don't fucking blame him for wanting to beat almost everybody on that fucking card. So anybody you can get WWE that you can just throw in front of him just for the benefit of the doubt, do it, because he'll make them look good, and he's already making himself look good. Hell, people don't even chant Husky Harris chants anymore. I haven't heard that in over a year and a half. So the Bray Wyatt thing is getting over like crazy. As if the fucking Fireflies ain't enough. So yeah, Bray Wyatt wins this match. It was a nice match. It was a very nice match. The two had some good chemistry. I liked it. So it was worth a watch for that. Next up, we ended up getting some new divas on TV last week, which I did not see because I haven't watched Raw yet from last week. And one of them is Ric Flair's daughter, which is funny because I seen Ric Flair's daughter a year and a half ago when she came out during that entrance with Triple H. With Triple H and all those three girls, they came out that were in costumes and stuff. That one of them was Ric Flair's daughter. So it's funny to see her wrestle now. It's funny to see Charlotte wrestle, and she wrestles just like her old man. Just like her old man. You can tell he's been teaching her some shit when she was little, because that girl can wrestle. She can wrestle, and I love that little twist she does with Ric Flair's finisher, where she basically pivots her body upwards to keep him from moving. I like that. That was called. So instead of figure 4, it's figure 8, since she took it up 4 more notches with that type of pivot she does. So hey, bring me more of that. Bring me more Sasha Banks. What was the other one called? Sasha Banks. What's the other one? Becky. I forget what her last name is, but I know her name is Becky. But anyway, those three came from NXT, and they were in this triple threat match. Where you have Sasha versus Charlotte versus Brie Bella. I'm sorry. It was Nikki Bella, but she switched out with her sister at the very last minute before the match started. So that match was decent. It got a lot of time, thank God. On pay-per-view, Divas matches should always get a lot of time on fucking pay-per-views. And with these three divas alone making their NXT to WWE main roster transfers, this might bring the Divas division up a little bit more. Because now there's more women that can actually wrestle. WWE, thank you for doing that. Thank you for giving me women that can actually fucking wrestle. Besides Tamina, besides Natalya, besides Paige. Now you got Sasha, Charlotte, fucking Becky. 6 women that can fucking throw down. It's about time, WWE. Now all you gotta do is fire the Bellas again and we're good. Because I didn't like them when they were there the first time. I was happy they're gone. Then you fucking brought them back for whatever fucking reason. Why don't you bring back fucking Kelly Kelly? At least she fucking tried to wrestle. Shit, one of them was married to Daniel Bryan. And she still can barely wrestle good. So, yeah. But anyways, Charlotte picks up that victory in this decent triple threat match. At first, when I seen it, I thought it was going to be a triple threat match between all 3 of the tag teams. But no, they actually had to pick one. I was like, damn, you could have used all of them. That would have been cooler. But, yeah, I was happy with what they gave us, so, yeah. Match 5 is Kevin Owens versus John Cena for the United States Championship. This was a good ass match, man, because this actually showed how much more tough Kevin Owens actually is. Only problem is the finish, okay? John Cena wins and retains his championship, as always. You make Kevin Owens beat the hell out of John Cena every fucking chance he gets, WWE. But when it comes to your pay-per-view, where you actually should pull the fucking trigger, you actually had Kevin Owens drop the NXT Championship at Beast at the East. When he did that, I'm like, okay, now I know who's going to win Battleground. What the fuck did you have him drop his championship for if he wasn't going to win? It makes no fucking sense, man. You had him drop his title for fucking nothing. It makes my head hurt thinking about this crap that WWE does, man. It makes no sense. I know it probably makes sense to them story-wise. I'm not in it for the fucking stories. I'm in it for some good-ass wrestling and to see the man who should win, win. Okay? And at this point, Kevin Owens should be U.S. champion. Hell, he should be world champion by this point. But, you know, Seth Rollins is still holding that belt, which I'm okay with. But still, Kevin Owens should be facing Seth Rollins by this point. why are you wasting so much time with Brock Lesnar and them? But I don't know. Speaking of Brock Lesnar, match 6, the final match was Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE World Heavyweight title. This match was going to be an ass whipping to Seth Rollins, and that's exactly what it kind of was, because Seth Rollins getting his ass whipped. Because let's face it, he has nobody else to help him now. Kane's got a broken ankle. J&J Security is out of action for a while, for now. And the Authority is not around, aka they're probably at corporate, or they're probably at home taking care of their kids. So, yeah. He got his ass whipped a little bit, and it was funny, because it was awesome to see Seth Rollins get his ass suplexed like a billion more fucking times by Brock Lesnar than usual. So that's a plus, but I don't mind him facing Brock Lesnar. I'm surprised it went this long for this feud, but yeah, that's why I said Kevin Owens should be facing Seth Rollins by this point. I don't care about having heel versus face. You can have heel versus heel as long as it makes sense and as long as it's good wrestling. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But the match, I knew it. I knew the match would get interrupted. I was expecting Triple H to walk out there and do something, or even Stephanie McMahon. What I did not expect, and I marked the fuck out probably as much as anybody else did who actually saw this pay-per-view live, besides the people in the stadium, was the return of The Undertaker. Wait, so you're telling me The Undertaker won't wrestle just once a year? He's gonna wrestle twice this year? Against Brock Lesnar? Because he attacked Brock Lesnar. He attacked Brock Lesnar, which made me wonder, are you turning The Undertaker heel again? For like the 3rd time in his career? Because that would be awesome. The Undertaker hasn't been heel since his Big Evil gimmick back in the early 2000s. And back when he was with the Ministry of Darkness. Even though that kind of got over anyways. So, even though he was heel, everybody still kind of liked him. I did, so. Hey, turn the Undertaker heel. It's like trying to make John Cena a heel. I'm still gonna like Undertaker. I don't like this version of John Cena. Once you turn him heel, I will like him just as much as I saw him when he fucking came in this company with the Thuganomics gimmick. Okay? Even from the time when he had those fucking jump shorts on, coming out there and actually saying Ruthless Aggression to Kurt Angle. Anybody remember that shit? John Cena's debut with the crazy hair and all that stuff? Man, times have changed. Woo! But yes, there was no actual finish to the match. Because after Undertaker dominated Brock Lesnar, he leaves the ring and the pay-per-view ends. Which is why I'm only going to give this pay-per-view Battleground 2015 a B. It would have gotten a B+, but since there was no finish to the biggest title you have, then you're going to get a B. Because I slightly enjoyed the show. Slightly enjoyed the show. Should have been a lot better. You should have had a replacement. You should have took that opening match from your kickoff and put it on the main roster to basically fill the void of the Intercontinental Championship. You know? Or if you wanted to make something even more awesome and show how seriously you want to take this division, you should have had all 3 ladies from each of the groups fight together. That's what I originally thought they were going to fucking do. But they didn't. So, yeah. Okay show. Not the greatest. Kind of let down by it a little bit, but I'm not too mad at it. Because I didn't drop like $60 for it. Or $50 for it. Because, you know, wrestling on pay-per-view would be like $49. And WrestleMania is the one that costs $59 back in the day. But now that I got the WWE Network and I got thousands of hours of entertainment, you will kind of slide right underneath because I didn't pay a lot of money for it. So, yeah, if I had paid over $40-50 for this, I would have been pissed. I'm just telling you the truth. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about WWE Battleground down below. Did you like it? Did you hate it? And I shall see you guys when I review the next 2 Battlegrounds, which I have to do. And this is the first time I'm going to be doing it mixed match. So, yeah, I will see you guys in 2013 and 14s. Later.